Welcome to today's edition of the Anaglyph Jukebox. You never know what you'll find on the old jukebox. Let's press B31. Okay, we've got The 3D Art Book by Tristan Eaton. The 3D Art Book grew out of an exhibition Tristan Eaton held at a now-defunct East Village gallery, Soma, in 2004. 3D Happy Action Fun. It originally consisted of 20 solo pieces by Eaton. Then he decided to open up the show by collaborating on 3D images with four of his favorite artists, Filth, Jeff Soto, the London Police, and Superdude. They traded half-finished Adobe Illustrator files back and forth, then Eaton processed them all for 3D. A separate limited edition was printed for each image as part of the show. Check out tristaneaton.com if you're not already familiar with this amazing artist. Back in the 1980s and 90s, the Anaglyph Jukebox used to work on limited edition silkscreen prints too. All the solvents I inhaled back then make it especially easy for me to free view stereo pairs today. Brain damage significant without any. Eaton enjoys collaborating with other artists, but he also had an agenda: to draw more of them into the 3D world he loved so much. Quote, "Through 2009 and into 2010, I was fixated on the idea of recruiting other artists into the world of stereoscopic art. Using everything I learned from the 2004 show, I sent an invitation out to certain artists, and this, the 3D Art Book, is the final result." The 3D Art Book has an engaging foreword by Carlo McCormick. He helps us, quote, "understand how these artworks belong to an extensive history of visual deceptions construed in the name of a greater perceptual truth." McCormick also gives a shout-out to silver-haired devil George Braque. You know, the great French painter, collagist, and printmaker that Picasso stole cubism from? Quote, "Cubists, like Braque, we might argue, presented a radical contribution to the authority of linear perspective by supplanting its positioning of the viewer in a set place for the sake of realism, with a cacophony of disparate perspectives based on a shifting subjectivity." McCormick also makes a case for the belief that, quote, "all these modes of expression are ultimately a kind of participatory art. In putting on the glasses, we take part in the art, but not merely by matter of invitation. It is quite a necessity. As the proverbial falling tree in the woods, 3D art demands the presence of a viewer to achieve its dimensionality." Let's admit at the outset that there are a lot of critical reviews for the 3D Art Book concerning the quality and the ghosting issues of the more than 100 printed anaglyphs. This is a common issue with anaglyphs and ink. The RGB spectrum of your typical screen has a wider color range than that of your four-color process press: cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Then, too, the anaglyph glasses that are available vary widely in their ability to perform cancellation. Surprisingly, you may be better off with quality paper red cyan glasses than with more expensive ones with plastic lenses. I purchased the 3D Art Book used without the original 3D glasses, so I can't judge how effective they were. I've got a lucky pair of Gerald Marks paper glasses with imported color lenses that are among the best I've ever used. I've tried these and some others. Bottom line, significant issues remain for a number of images that compromises their 3D effect. However, there are many that work well and a handful that are stunning, as you can see from this selection, I hope. I think these successes make the entire project worthwhile. The Anaglyph Jukebox would like to close with this section of Carlo McCormick's foreword. Quote, "What all 3D systems may ultimately have in common is that they are widely regarded as novelties. However, the problem of rendering and reading images in the third dimension has vexed scientists, artists, and philosophers for centuries, involved myriad disciplines like mathematics, optics, geometry, physics, and psychology. If it feels a bit trivial holding a pair of paper glasses to look at two-color drawings right now, it is worth considering that artists continue to return to these issues in no small part because they have proven fundamental to the way we see and understand the world around us.